Welcome. Canada beat Finland 5-3 in their final game of the round robin stage of the Four Nations face-off. Canada will now face the United States in the finals on Thursday, and Finland is eliminated from the tournament. Jordan Binnington started in net for Canada, and Kevin Lankinen started for Finland. 4 minutes into the first period, Finland was out shooting Canada 2-1. Then a giveaway by Rupe Hintz led to the first goal of the game. Hintz gets the puck off the board at Finland's end. He sends a stretch pass towards the neutral zone. That's intercepted by McDavid. McDavid skates through the slot, then circles back along the left wall, turns, shoots, scores. An unassisted goal for Connor McDavid on the far side, and Canada leads 1-0. Less than a minute after McDavid's goal, Canada scored again. Parayko sends the puck into the neutral zone. Jokiharju and Hagel battle for it. Hagel gets it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt chips it to McKinnon. All alone, he scores. Nathan McKinnon scores under the blocker of Lankinen, and Canada leads 2-0. Then, 13 minutes into the period, Canada made it 3-0. Makar to McDavid. McDavid takes it up ice into the offensive zone. Cross ice pass to Sanheim. Sanheim with a shot. Saved. Rebound. Scores. It's Braden Point who gets his first goal of the tournament. Canada led 3-0 after the first period, while outshooting Finland 11-5. 5 minutes into the second period, they made it 4-0. Taves up to Point, who directs it into the offensive zone, then goes for a change. Vakanainen gets to it behind the net. He tries to send it along the boards, but Reinhardt is there and gives the puck to Crosby. Crosby to McKinnon. Scores. Nathan McKinnon gets his second of the game, and Canada leads by 4. Finland made a goaltending change after McKinnon's second goal, bringing in UC Saros for Kevin Lankinen. 15 minutes into the second period, Devon Taves was called for slashing against Yoel Armia, and Finland went to the power play, which Canada killed while allowing only 1 shot. That power play would be the only one given all game. After 2 periods, Canada still led 4-0, and it looked like it would be easy for Canada to close out the game. However, Finland wasn't giving up yet. With 6 minutes to go in regulation, Finland scored their first goal of the game. Lindell gets it along the half wall and passes to Lehkonen. Back to Lindell. Shoots. Scores. Esa Lindell scores off the far post, and Finland is on the board. With 4 minutes to go, Finland pulled their goalie, Saros. 2 minutes later, they were rewarded. Rantanen to Hintz. Out to Barkov at the point. Over to Line in the left circle. He takes a shot that's tipped by Aho and saved by Binnington. Point tries to get the puck out from in front of the net, but it goes right to Line. Centering pass to Granlund. Scores. Mikael Granlund scores on a shot along the ice between the legs of Binnington, and Finland makes this a 2-goal game. Finland still had a long way to go to tie the game, but 20 seconds later, they made it look like a possibility. Aho rips it into the offensive zone, around the boards. McDavid sends it back the other way, behind the goal. Rantanen to Aho, to Barkov, to Granlund, in the slot. Shoots. Scores. Mikael Granlund scores top shelf, and Finland is within 1. But with under a minute left in the third period, this happened. Barkov out to Line in the neutral zone. Soros heads to the bench. Line's pass gets deflected by Reinhardt. Crosby lays a hit on Granlund. As the two go for the puck, Crosby is quick to his feet. As Reinhardt sends him the puck, Crosby shoots from center ice, scores, and Canada goes up by 2 with under a minute to go. The final score: Canada 5, Finland 3. We now go to the second game on Monday. Sweden and the United States. Sweden beat the United States 2-1 in the final round-robin game of the tournament. Both teams knew going into the game that the score would not affect who would play in the finals. The US was guaranteed a spot in the finals, and Sweden was out once Canada beat Finland in regulation. Because of the circumstances, the US rested several players, including Austin Matthews, Matthew Tkachuk, Charlie McAvoy, and Connor Hellebuck. Samuel Ersson started in net for Sweden and faced Jake Ottinger for the United States. It didn't take long for the US to take the lead. Less than a minute into the first period, Chris Kreider put the US on the board. Forsling fires a slap shot from the point. That's saved by Ottinger. Werenski gets it out to Kreider. To Eichel. Now Werenski takes it up ice into the offensive zone. From the right face-off dot, he shoots. Saved by Ersson. Rebound. Scores. And the US leads 1-0. Seven minutes into the period, Elias Lindholm was called for delay of game when he sent the puck over the glass. However, Sweden killed the penalty as the US recorded 2 shots with the man advantage. Almost immediately after the US power play, Sweden got their own when Matt Boldy was called for interference on Mattias Ekholm. Sweden recorded 2 shots and did not score. It was a minute after the Sweden power play that they tied the game. Faber to Eichel on the half wall. He passes to Boldy. Boldy loses it, and the puck is picked up by Arvidsson. To Carlson on the right wing. He shoots. Tipped by Nyquist. Scores. Gustav Nyquist with his first goal of the tournament. And this game is tied. Then, in the final minute of the first period, Sweden took the lead. Carlson tries to clear it, but the puck is blocked by Trocheck. Trocheck's pass, intended for Connor, is intercepted by Nylander. Nylander, with the offensive zone entry along the left wing. Centering pass for Bratt. Wrist shot. Scores. And Sweden leads 2-1. The score remained 2-1 for the rest of the game. Both teams had a power play opportunity in the second and third period, but ultimately Sweden beat the US 2-1. On an injury note, Brady Tkachuk sustained a lower body injury when he lost an edge and collided with Sweden's goalie, Samuel Ersson. Tkachuk recorded just under 2 minutes of ice time. We now also know that Charlie McAvoy will be out for Thursday's final due to an upper body injury. At the conclusion of the round-robin stage of the tournament, the US finishes with 6 points. Canada and Sweden both have 5, and Finland has 2. Because Canada beat Sweden, Canada owns the tiebreaker and will play the United States in the finals on Thursday. Thank you for joining me for this recap, and have a wonderful evening.